homers. That was an extended inning. The fourth, the extended inning, looked like he had used a bunch of sliders, tried to get a changeup in there, and Wells was on it. The home run in the first doesn't help to get behind Judge, obviously. But after that, really, really pretty effective. Just pitch count got up there a little too much, but really showed some good sliders, curveballs, effective changeup at times. But just the home run beat him.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is New Day with SSJ on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Thank you very much for joining us. Stephen St. John here on this Wednesday, June 11th, 2025. Sure, it was an absolute treat to revisit last night's game and take a big whiff of that turd again as the Royals laid an egg and then returned to Kauffman Stadium last night against the Yankees on the night that Jake Gutierrez makes his home debut. The Royals lose to the Yankees 10-2. And that thing was over in the fourth inning, so yeah. Max Fried went 7 innings. Once, honestly, once Aaron Judge hit the home run in the first inning, it kind of felt like the game was over if you consider who was on the mound for the Yankees. And I know that's not an optimistic look at things, but it is what it is. The Royals have trouble scoring against a lot of pitchers, and everybody has trouble scoring against Max Fried, who, after last night, is now 9-1 with a 1.84 ERA. They did, and look, they did scratch across a run in the second, and it was 2-1. For a moment, maybe it felt like, okay, if Noah Cameron can keep the Yankees there, maybe the Royals can make a move and tie it at some point. But 3 runs in the fourth, and you heard the low light there. That absolutely ended the game because the Royals weren't going to do much against Max Fried. And when Wells hit his home run, just beyond the reach of Jake Gutierrez out in right field, that game was over. So if it wasn't over in the first, it was over in the third. And then the Yankees go on to put up a 5 spot in the 6th inning, and they win 10-2. And so Noah Cameron, that was his first bad start. 5 2/3, 7 hits, 6 runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, gave up the 2 home runs. And the home run to Aaron Judge was one of the longest home runs that you will ever see hit at Kauffman Stadium. They immediately said it was 469 feet. Like, I mean, if that wasn't a 500-foot home run, then I guess I'll never see a 500-foot home run. I don't know. 469 is pretty damn far, though. But when that hit, whatever it hit, the top of the Hall of Fame or wherever the hell that ball landed, I thought, oh, it's going to be 500. It's going to be a 500-foot home run, 500 plus. But 469, that's good enough. And Aaron Judge continues to be the best hitter on the planet. 2 for 5 last night with a run scored and 3 ribbies. But that home run, and that was, I don't know. I don't know what you want to call that. It was a very, very cold splash of reality in the face right away. And everything we talked about with Aaron Judge the past day or two, I mean, we didn't exaggerate. The guy's hitting 396. The guy has a 491 on base. The guy has a 776 slug. That was home run number 24. And when you make a mistake, he makes you pay. But that was excessive. Good God. That should have counted as 2 home runs probably. Yeah, that was. I mean, just watching it felt like that took the life out of the game before it even really got started. It was a nice ovation for Jack Caglione when he came up to the plate. And it was good. That was a good at bat because he just needed to make contact. He was down, 2 strikes early against a guy like Max Fried. You were hoping that he would be able to make contact and get the runner in and not strike out. And so I thought that was nice. That was good. That was a good piece of hitting. He did what he had to do, made some contact, and got the runner home and got his first home ribby. And so that was nice. He got a hit, so it wasn't an over. He ends up 1 for 4 with the ribby, so hopefully he'll continue to take steps forward. But, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, that set the tone. The Aaron Judge home run, just, I don't know. I don't know what it did for you. Maybe it's just 2-0. Royals will come back. I just felt like that was it. But hey, it's only one game. It felt like several beatings, all wrapped into one. And there were many dignitaries in attendance. Patrick Mahomes was sitting behind home plate. Of course, how could Gary Diener not be there? He just appears in many places. Reggie Jackson was seen taking pictures with Patrick Mahomes. So that was pretty cool. You got a guy like Reggie Jackson coming down there. He wants his picture taken with Patrick Mahomes. So, was Alfonso Ribeiro there? I saw that too.
Yeah, he was. Carlton's dancing all over. I don't know what he's doing there, but he was there.
I'm quite sure he knows Mahomes from Lake Tahoe, the American Century Championship, because he plays there every year.
Yeah.
And Mahomes is there all the time. And so I'm sure that's, and I don't know, who knows? Who knows why he was there, but I know that they know each other from that yearly event, that wonderful event, the American Century Championship out in Lake Tahoe, because he's there every year. They're both there every year. But that was odd. But I thought that was cool that Reggie Jackson was down there taking pictures with him. So, yeah. See if the Royals can bounce back. But they just, it's a bad matchup for the Royals. The Yankees just, and it sucks because I think most people feel like I do in this town. We hate the Yankees. It's the Yankees. And the Yankees just beat up the Royals. And it shouldn't. I mean, I don't know. This is a team, the Royals. It felt like they went toe-to-toe with the Yankees in the playoffs last year. It felt like they were close. It felt like if the Royals could add some more offense and some of the young players take a step forward, that they could be right there with the Yankees. But then when they play the Yankees, it sure doesn't seem that way. And, of course, the record doesn't seem that way right now. And so I saw some people when describing their excitement for the series, it's another chance to see where the Royals are. Well, you may want to look away then if that's where they are right now. And look, it's just some teams have other teams' numbers. And it could be that too. Maybe it's just a terrible matchup. The Yankees are a really good team. They went to the World Series. They're good. They have the best hitter on the planet. And Max Fried is freaking awesome. And so the odds weren't great that the Royals were going to win that game last night. But they just got pushed around. They got beat up. But it's just one game, thankfully. Royals lose to the Yankees 10-2. Let's hear Matt Quatrero, the manager who spoke to the media. I wouldn't want to talk to anybody after that game, but managers have to, thankfully. I'd stay in my uniform, I'd walk to my car and drive off in my cleats. I wouldn't want to talk to anybody after that garbage. But hey, thank you to Major League Baseball for requiring the managers to speak to the media. Sure, Q wasn't fired up about it, but here is Matt Quatrero after the Royals got beat up by the Yankees 10-2.
Yeah, gave up the 2 homers. That was an extended inning. The fourth, the extended inning, looked like he had used a bunch of sliders, tried to get a changeup in there, and Wells was on it. The home run in the first doesn't help to get behind Judge, obviously. But after that, really, really pretty effective. Just pitch count got up there a little too much, but really showed some good sliders, curveballs, effective changeup at times. But just the home run beat him.
Taylor Clark in that outing seems like that he worked a lot of deep counts. It's just a matter of the Yankees putting a better spin on that in there.
He was out of sync. He didn't have his best stuff or his best command. It didn't look like to me. That's extremely unusual. 35 pitches for 1/3 of an inning. That's unfortunate for him. But they got some hits. They squared a couple up. They got a couple softer ones. But all in all, that was just a rough part of the inning for him.
How much does a walk there to remind you first batter?
Yeah, anytime you're issuing free passes to a team like that, that's not gonna work in your favor. And it could have been an out at third as well with Chisholm trying to steal. I didn't go back and look at the replay of why that ball, why that wasn't executed, but a lot of things could have happened that didn't happen.
For Cameron, then gives up the long home run. Judge then comes the next at bat. Wonder if what you saw there with him and his approach, even though obviously
he mixed it up. He got ahead. That was the big difference. It was 2-0. He threw him a 2-0 fastball in the first inning. The next thing he threw, I don't remember the exact sequence, but curveball, slider, changeup, another curveball. So stayed ahead of him and executed his pitches when he got ahead.
What's the challenge of navigating a lineup like that when you do have, Austin Wells at the bottom, over and
yeah, they're talented. There's no question about it. They're one of the highest scoring teams in the league. They have guys that hit righties and lefties. So you have to execute, and there's no free outs in there.
What did you make of Jonathan India being able to?
A great swing. Yeah, look, equally as impressive as working a walk in the 9th inning when you're down 10-2. You take every at bat like everything means something.
A full ballpark, a lot of anticipation for Jack Caglianone. What was it like to kind of have that environment, and then how would you assess his first game here?
Yeah, we love playing in front of our fans. It was great to see everybody here. Obviously when the Yankees are here, people, there's a bigger crowd usually, but that's great. We didn't play very well, so that stinks for us. That stinks for our fans. Jack handled himself well. He got the RBI ground out, lined out to short, base hit. So handled himself extremely well.
the challenge you facing Max Fried?
He's good. He's got elite stuff. He pitches, 3 different fastballs, cutter in, that's 92, sinker when he wants it to the lefties. The four-seamer explodes out of his hand. He's got one of the best curveballs in the game. There's a reason he's at the top of the rotation.
The inconsistency of the offense, you're getting more runs here recently. Like tonight, you run into a pretty good starter. Just wonder how you kind of assess this past week here for the offense as a whole.
Yeah, kind of hit and miss, like you're saying. I mean, we've put some better at-bats together. You know, Fried's going to be tough. Everybody knows that. I mean, he's got a sub-2 ERA for the season, so there's a reason for that. Overall, we have to figure out how to drive somebody in. You know, we need to have a 3-run double or a 3-run homer at some point to take some of the pressure off getting 3-4 hits in an inning to score.
So that was Matt Quatrero after the game. Also, before the game, Michael Massey was put on the IL. Not quite exactly what we were expecting. We were thinking that at some point Michael Massey would be sent down, but instead he goes on the IL. And so injury is what takes him out of the lineup. And Tyler Tolbert was called up. And I know some people were mad about Cam Devaney not getting the call. I like Tyler Tolbert. He brings something to the table. He brings tremendous speed, base stealing ability off the bench, utility player. And honestly, he was my favorite guy that I talked to when I was up in Omaha. And I talked to him about, his path of getting back to the majors after he had a brief stint with the Royals to begin the season. And so happy for him. And he'd been doing very well. And he does have a skill set that perhaps that could help the Royals, especially without Dairon Blanco. Speed off the bench, pinch run, improving at the plate. So I wasn't mad about that. I like Tolbert. Nice kid, too. Great kid. So congratulations to him, and hopefully he can help spark this offense in any way. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to Mike Boddicker. We'll talk to him about some of the other things that went on in that game. I don't know if anyone saw the clip of Jazz Chisholm, who Royals fans love to boo, and with good reason. Another chapter of the feud between Jazz Chisholm and Michael Garcia. Words were exchanged about a play that happened on the base paths. And so this time, it was Chisholm's steal of third base in the 6th inning. And I'll read to you from Andy Rogers and Jackson Stone's article. The Yankees' third baseman slid headfirst into the bag where Garcia was awaiting a throw from Freddie Fermin. The ball came in just above Chisholm's head as he reached the base as Garcia attempted to catch the ball and tag Chisholm in one motion, causing Chisholm's helmet to fall off when the tag was applied to the top of his head, which collided directly with Garcia's knee. Chisholm was removed in the bottom of the 7th with neck tightness and a cut on his right thumb, but he said he expects to play Wednesday. He said after the game, "I just feel like every time we have a problem, it's always been him, Garcia. That's the only reason I was so frustrated. And then to even see that he didn't even have the ball for the way he tagged me, it was just, I didn't like it. You know what I mean? So just frustrated, that's it." Garcia said he was just trying to do his job by tagging Chisholm. Garcia said, "I missed the ball." After the tag, the broadcast appeared to capture Chisholm saying he would smack Garcia if a tag like that happened again. Garcia, who didn't hear the comments at the time, but was made aware of them post-game, said, "I'm waiting for it," in referencing the smack. It's just talk. So this is good. This feud started after Game 2 of the 2024 ALDS, when Chisholm said the Royals just got lucky after their 4-2 win. Right. Chisholm said, "I still like being the villain. I went up there to home plate and told Fermin I kind of like it." So boo the hell out of him tonight. He said he likes it. Let him have it, Kansas City. Did you see the video of what?
John Boy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of what he said.
Got a filthy mouth.
Stink like that. Poop. Poop mouth. Poop out of your mouth.
Chisholm.
Garth, if I were to...
Yeah. Well,
Screw that, dude.
Garcia said he's waiting for it, so we'll see if Jazz Chisholm ends up smacking him.
There's nothing, in my opinion, that was over the top or intentionally dirty or anything like that. That was just a baseball play.
What he said exactly was, it's very easy to read the lips.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm going to tell you one more time. If he tags me like that one more time, I'm going to smack the blank out of him. I reposted it on X at SSJWHB if you'd like to take a look at that. I wish this all would have happened in a closer game.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
when the Royals are more competitive. It's hard to get too fired up about this when the Royals are getting bashed 10-2. But keep on booing Jazz Chisholm.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm going to tell you one more time. If he tags me like that one more time, I'm going to smack the blank out of him.
And I don't think he will. I hope he tags him like that again.
And Michael Garcia is waiting for it. So
Yeah.
there you have it. We will a baseball feud. Let's go. We'll take a break. Mike Boddicker next, right here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Welcome back to New Day with SSJ on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Mike Boddicker joins us now. Hello, Mike. How are you?
I feel like about 6 miles of really bad roads, Stephen. Especially that game last night didn't help. It was hard to watch. Yankees can score some runs, man. Oof.
What did you think of the 469-foot home run by Aaron Judge?
Yeah, right. The only thing that stopped it was the Hall of Fame. That thing might still be going. Might have went over 70.
How was that not 500?
Oh, easy. Oh, my God, he hit it. I went, oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
I challenge the mechanism.
Yeah. That was over 5 easily. It was 469 to where it hit. It was still going.
Would you pitch to him ever?
Yeah. Slop.
Yeah.
He'd never see a fastball ever. No. No, he can dump those little shots to right field all you want to on my breaking ball, but you're not catching a fastball on me.
But like once you get behind him, like I'm done.
No, there's no sense even taking a chance. He's too good a hitter.
Right.
Yeah. You always look at the guy behind him and say, "Hey, I think I can get him." I'm not. And he's a perfect example of what we were talking about the last few weeks. Somebody that puts the fear of God in you. he definitely would. Yeah, he's a little scary when he walks up there.
The numbers,
Winfield was like that.
Right.
Dave Winfield was like that.
But the numbers that he's putting up right now, there's nothing really to compare it to.
No, not really.
That we've seen.
No. And the sad part about it is Cameron made him look terrible a couple of bats with the off-speed stuff.
But you make one mistake and he makes you pay.
He makes you pay. Yeah.
What do you think of Jazz Chisholm?
Yeah, I never have liked him, and I like him less now.
Do you think he was?
I wish he'd have said something like that to George Brett. George would have. You talking about slapping him or smacking him?
Like back in George's day or now?
George would have just dropped him on the spot. There would have been no slapping or smacking.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Like Hal McRae might have smacked him too.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Right?
Hal would have drove him right into the ground.
Was that warranted for him to be mad like that?
No,
Did Garcia
not
do
at all.
wrong?
No, he just tried to quick tag, missed the ball. Yeah, that's all it was. That was baseball play. That's all it was.
Do you want to hear?
He shouldn't have been talking at all.
Do you want to hear Jazz Chisholm?
Sure, why not?
Yeah,
it's just
because I read the comments.
More
maybe
fuel for the fire.
It could sound different, when you hear someone talk about it. He's already getting booed every time he comes up to the plate, as well he should. So let's listen to Jazz Chisholm complaining after you won 10-2. What are you bitching about? I mean, I don't know.
It was a slap tag. Sometimes you miss the ball.
He left the game he had a stiff neck and a cut on his thumb.
Mm.
So Jake finds that funny. How did he cut his thumb?
Sliding, I think, on the bat.
Is that Garcia's fault too, or
right? I think he was just pissed off because he is constantly hurt, and he just.
But is he blaming Garcia for all that too, like the neck thing? But what about the thumb? Is that Garcia's fault?
Nah, I think he's just pissed because he's finds a way to always injure himself.
Wow.
And he's just probably was angry. He hurt his hand, and so.
Let's listen to Jazz Chisholm complaining after the game.
Jazz, how you feeling right now?
I'm feeling better. Yeah.
That was just the neck was just sliding into third there.
Mm-hmm. Neck, finger. Finger's kind of cut up, but I'll be all right.
You seem pretty frustrated by the way he tried to tag you there.
Yeah. I just feel like every time we have a problem, it's always been him. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only reason I was so frustrated. And then to even see that he didn't even have the ball for the way that he tagged me, is just, I didn't like it. You know what I mean? So, just frustrated, That's it.
You expect to be back in there tomorrow?
Yeah. Should get some good night's sleep tonight, get some rest, get some good food in me, watch some TV, anime or something, get my mind off of it, come in tomorrow. It's just another day at work.
You got a kick out of it last year when the Royal fans labeled you a villain. Do you still like that?
I like it. Yeah, I think I went up to home plate today and I told Fermin, I was like, I kind of like it. Like, I'm not at home, so I don't expect to get. I would rather walk up to something, you know, like instead of walking up to no noise at all. Like, I feel like on the road, when road hitters come up and there's nothing going on, I feel like it's just like bland, you know what I mean? Like, go ahead and boo me. You're giving me some music to at least walk up to.
Did they get lucky scoring a couple runs today?
Keep that on the camera. You're going to have another concussion in here. Nah, I mean, we won. So, you know, there's no need to say that today.
Jazz, which finger was it?
My thumb. My throwing thumb. Yeah.
So that's why he cut the ball off in front of the shortstop and threw it away. He had a bad thumb.
Jake, you want to comment on that?
I mean, he's a very unlikable guy. I don't know. I don't know. It's cool he watches anime, I guess.
How often did you, in preparation for a big start, get some good food in you and watch some anime? You ever do that back in the day?
What do you consider?
honest.
What do you consider good food?
I'm more interested in
Hamburger,
the anime.
fries, yeah.
What about anime?
I don't even know what anime is.
Well, Jake will show you.
They're cartoons.
They're cartoons? Oh,
Not quite.
Japanese
No?
He's not
cartoons.
giving you the exact.
Oh,
No.
I have
They're
I have no idea what that is.
They're for adults mostly.
Oh, okay.
It's a form of Japanese.
How do you know about this stuff?
Oh, I mean, it's kind of. I'm a fan of anime. I watch some weird.
Oh,
weird
okay.
Stuff.
All right. Yeah.
Some Attack of the Titans and Cure of the Dawn.
I wanted the Royals to acquire Jazz Chisholm.
I know you did. I remember.
I mean,
You'd probably love him if he was on our team.
Yeah, I like them. I like
He's one of
him
those guys.
stuff.
He's one of those guys you'd love if he was on your
Yeah.
team. If not, no.
They gave up quite a bit to get him. Agustin Ramirez is one of the best catching prospects in baseball. Now he's the starting catcher for the Marlins.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty good. And so it's. I mean,
How do the Yankees always have all these great prospects? I don't get it. I don't understand how they manage. To come up with all these
usually they're overhyped because they're Yankees prospects. But that's one where he was actually. I mean, he's good. Ramirez is good. So I mean, they gave up some. You know, I don't know if the Royals would have been willing to meet that price tag for Jazz Chisholm.
No. Plus, he's hurt all the time.
Right. No, I mean, I don't. It probably would not have worked out, but I just remember.
Oh, I remember you
hoping the Royals would acquire him when they needed
something out of our reach, where
that
we had nobody in the minor leagues to trade for
Right.
him. So, yeah, at the time.
So,
yeah,
because he had versatility, speed, everything else. I mean, when he's healthy, it works out for him. But you're right though. If he plays for your team, you probably love him. And if he doesn't, then you don't like him and you boo him. And he says things like he's going to smack the blank out of Michael Garcia.
No.
And the camera caught him. So, but you didn't have any problem with what Garcia did.
No, not at all. It was a snap tag. He had to try to catch it quick and get the tag down. Otherwise, he's safe anyway. And he just didn't have the ball.
If you saw that clip and you were pitching tonight, would you put one in his ribs?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. I'm not asking if they should. I'm asking you if you heard him saying those things and you saw him that he said he was going to smack the blank out of one of your teammates.
Yeah,
would that be a consideration?
He would literally go. He would go down for sure. He'd have to limbo a little bit, maybe get a little dirt on his back.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
They probably won't, but I just wanted to know if you would.
Oh, I would, definitely. I'd love to hit
people. If you saw that clip. Yeah. I bet you did.
I love to hit people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. As long as you can get the guy out behind him, it doesn't really matter.
You know, because Garcia heard about it. He said he's waiting for it. He's waiting to be smacked.
Yeah, Garcia is kind of like a quiet assassin.
Yeah.
He doesn't. You never says much, or he just kind of there. Those are the kind of guys that scare you.
Look,
I don't talk a lot. Those are the guys you don't want to mess with.
It's somewhat difficult just to look at people and analyze what would happen in a fight. But if I was going to be a betting man and those two threw hands, I'd be wagering on Michael Garcia.
I would too.
I'd be leaning his way.
He's one of those guys. You just look at him and you say, "No, I don't think I want to mess with him." No, he's too quiet.
I wouldn't mind seeing a scrap tonight out there.
Those days are gone, Steve. You don't see that.
I don't want them to be gone.
Me either. I used to love that.
Pushing and shoving something. Show me some fire.
I don't want them to dance either. I want them, if you're going to do it, do it.
Do you think the Royals are intimidated by the Yankees?
A little bit. Yeah, I do.
What do you do to change that?
Beat their ass.
Well,
yeah.
That's not working out, Mike. That's not working out this year.
Well, they got a better team than we do, Steve. I'll take our pitching, but overall team, nah, not yet. Got to get there. We're not there. When you're running, nothing against Waters, but you're running Waters out there as opposed to
running Waters.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah,
good play on words.
Well
done.
It's not the same. Yeah, nice little player, but not the kind where you're going to go up against the Yankees and say, "Okay, we got you all the way down the lineup. Come on, get us."
Were you impressed that Caglione was able to fight off?
Yes, I was.
That two-strike pitch and drive the runner in.
Yep.
That was a night. Right.
That was a great at bat, and that's one of the arguments I always have with the supposed pocket protector boys.
What?
The ones that'll tell you, stat guys. You know, a strikeout's the same as a ground out or a fly out. No, it's not. They'll tell you, and they will fight you tooth and nail, saying, it's exactly the same. It's still an out. No, it's not, because if he strikes out there, we don't get the run.
That was a productive out.
That was a productive out. Where a strikeout would not have been a productive out.
I thought he was going to strike out in that situation.
I didn't.
I
didn't. He's not letting it fly right now. He's hitting the ball, and he's hitting it hard, but he's not letting it fly. He's not that lean back like Judge right now. He'll get there. Trust me. I mean, he's going to hit here. I keep telling everyone that. Everybody asks me, "What do you think?" I said, "He's going to hit here." Now, he's a little bit slow in the outfield, but that's okay. There's a couple of those fly balls in the triangle down there where usually a fast right fielder is going to get to him. He couldn't quite get there, but he's going to hit, and he will hit with power. And once the floodgates open up, watch out.
We have Mike Boddicker in studio. Back after this on WHP. Buster today. Buster's today.
Ooh, ooh. Oh, crap. I love Buster.
Everything else good? We've got Mike Boddicker in studio. Later, we'll talk to Matt Derrick. Jake seems to think Nate will be in studio, but I can tell him he won't be. Jake, you've become a bold-faced liar to me.
Yeah, well, I got to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, do you?
Yep.
No, let me tell you something. That will keep me on my toes if I don't think Nate's going to be here and I see he's going to be here.
Keeping you on your toes.
Yeah.
He will not be here.
That'll keep me on something.
Why not?
Now Mike's disappointed.
Well, I don't think you really are.
I wanted to abuse him for a little bit before I left.
Wow.
Yeah,
Whoa.
well,
Whoa.
You have to wait till next week.
Okay, I can do that.
He's in New York.
Matt Derrick will be here.
I love Matt.
On the phone.
Too. Yeah, that's all right.
ChiefsDigest.com.
No, I love listening to Matt.
Annie Rogers from MLB.com.
Very insightful. Always.
And Scott Sharp.
I love Scott Sharp, too.
Royals assistant GM.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned Buster a little bit ago, and I went, oh, Buster's going to be on with me. I love listen. I just shut up and listen to him.
Tomorrow, you want to come back?
Oh.
Yeah, tomorrow. Come in at 7 if you want.
Can I slap Dieter?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, all right. Just checking.
You got a key now.
Blame him for Jazz Chisholm.
Oh, he probably loves Jazz Chisholm.
Sure he does.
Yeah, I mean, that's a player right after his own heart.
Yeah. No doubt about it. Yeah.
He fits the Dieter mold.
Mm-hmm.
So, we saw Noah Cameron have his struggles. Do you just chalk that up to that's the Yankees?
Yeah, he had that 4-pitch walk right before Judge's home run. I'm going, oh, that's not good.
Like how look, I get it. Nobody's perfect, but my God, how the hell do you walk somebody ahead of Aaron Judge?
Yeah, that's a no-no.
You know,
if he gets a hit, fine.
Right.
But
I mean, you were just asking
you're asking
baseball
for trouble.
gods to damn you.
Yeah, that's
if you walk someone right ahead of Aaron Judge.
And I mean, he actually pitched pretty good after that.
Yeah,
he really did. I mean, the Yankees got a strong lineup, man.
Well, and look,
they're tough, and they take pitches, they foul a lot of pitches off, and that's just a veteran hitter. You know?
His numbers.
I mean, what the hell? How does Wells hit us so well?
Well, his numbers don't reflect how good that I think he is.
Yeah,
because of how he performs against the Royals.
The Royals, yeah.
But every time I feel
Wells
like there's
us.
a big situation,
he kills us.
That bastard's up with his mustache, and I'm like, oh boy, this isn't going to go well. I mean, he had 5 ribbies, right? 5 ribbies last night.
Yeah.
But that home run, that was the moment of the game.
It was.
Because it was 2-1 for a minute, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Keggs would have been about 7-2 instead of he might have got that.
All right, well, just settle in. It's 2-1.
Yeah.
You know, you're surviving. Let's see what happens late.
Keep you right there. You're in the game.
Right.
You're in the game.
And that was
and the 2 base hits before that, they weren't hit hard. They were just they were guys who just
Dominguez had the same hit back-to-back at bats,
Yeah.
That just fell in there. The ball had eyes, but what was it, like an 11-pitch at bat from Wells?
Exactly.
And sometimes you tip your cap, and he was in there, and he fought.
He battled, and
he
got
just
him.
got it over the wall.
Yeah,
I
just
thought
got
Keggs
it.
was going to catch it.
Initially,
How great would that
did.
have been?
Yeah.
But that and that essentially ended the game. I thought. I mean, they weren't.
It kind of.
The Royals aren't coming back from that. Like 2-1. Like okay,
I
you
agree.
got it.
When I was sitting there watching, I'm going, oh crap, there
Right.
it is. That's it.
Right, because I did think that was a moment when and look, everyone's out there. They
If it
want
had
to
been
see
a different pitcher besides Fried,
right.
Maybe
They want to see Keggs hit a home run. They want to see Caglione hit for power. But I'm telling you, that was a good moment against an elite pitcher like Fried with 2 strikes on you. And how many times have we seen a Royals hitter unable to get the runner home from third.
Just contact. That's all you
and
need.
you're thinking, just hit a fly ball, just hit a ground ball, just hit
They're
anything.
giving you the run.
Right.
Just make contact.
Okay,
Yeah.
take the run.
Take the run.
And he very easily could have struck out in the eyes. Max Fried, tough matchup.
Yep.
You know,
we wouldn't have said anything because of the matchup.
But I thought that was good.
Yeah,
a good moment.
I thought it was a great at bat. Yeah.
So you get the run home, and it's 2-1, and you settle in like, okay, all right.
Yeah, we're right there.
And then Austin Wells said, nope.
Yeah, he kills us. I'm sitting there going, how does this guy do this against us every time?
He looks like he played like against you, like in the '80s, with that mustache.
Rick Cerrone look. Yeah, he had that.
Right?
Yeah, he had
they look
that,
like a guy that you would have faced in the Yankees, and you would have pissed you off, or you'd have pissed him off. I don't know.
Name from the past there for you, Jake.
I love it. It's a great stash.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an
Rick
Cerrone had a good head of hair.
Oh, Rick
Some curly
Cerrone.
hair.
Rick Cerrone. I faced him, and then I got to play with him with the Red Sox, and he was great. What a great teammate. Oh gosh, tremendous. Yeah, he was fun. He's another guy. He was from New Jersey. He didn't take no shit from anybody.
Wow. Yay! Yeah, back-to-back days where someone drops an S-bomb on there. And they really not known for it. Bloomin' never really does.
No.
And then you just, that's fine.
We're loose.
We are loose.
Jake's got that button in there. What
Listen.
the hell?
Listen, this is a loose show. That's what people. That's what
encourage
people
foul
say
language
around
here.
town.
Yeah.
Like, boy, that's a loose show.
That New Day, it's pretty loose.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's a compliment or it's an insult.
No, it's a compliment.
But it's true
because people love it.
You know, I don't know if everyone loves it.
It's real life stuff.
I don't think down the hall Drake loves it. I don't think he's back there in his office saying, "Well, that's great."
Who cares?
I don't think he's
fire me.
He's
Drake.
concerned.
Fire me.
I'm not worried about you.
Getting fired.
Getting fired, buddy.
Yeah.
You know, I still got teenage girls I got to get through. 2 more years of high school and then
I got
4
you
years of
covered,
college.
brother.
Yeah, the reality
I
is,
got you covered.
If I'm still here after 23 years and some of the stuff that I've done around here,
that's true. That's
you
true.
got a long way
I
to
got
go.
a long way to go. Yeah.
Should we
why don't you not talk in the microphone
should
this
we
morning?
build a promo suggesting that this is a loose show? Hey,
You could throw a lot of stuff out there.
hey, Kansas City, you looking for a loose radio show? Tune in to New Day with SSJ.
Edgy and loose.
Something will happen. We don't know. You sure as hell don't know. Find out tomorrow.
Anything can happen.
That's right.
Or many times nothing can happen. I've been part of a lot of those shows. Well, 4 hours.
Most of your shows have something good on it. Yeah, there's something in there that a little loose.
Something unsavory and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
new name of
sorry,
the
Jake.
show.
I didn't mean to do that, but you have the button. You
Hey,
said I could say whatever
When you
I
do
want.
something wrong, that's when you apologize.
Kind of like when I used to go.
No, that's true. I could.
Hey,
yeah.
kind of
anything wrong.
like when I used to go to Westport in the early '90s. Something was going to happen. It might be good, probably won't be, but something will happen. Be there about 4 hours. You know, who knows? Yeah, that's a good descriptor of the show.
Yeah, loose.
Kind of like going to Westport in the '90s. You may not remember it, but you'll know something happened.
Well, it's probably better than going down there now.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't have a great track record down there back in the.
You need a bulletproof vest now.
Whoa,
Yeah.
easy there.
Good promo for him.
Unsavory and loose with Steven St. John.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
A new loose day.
Every day.
We'll take a break. Back after this on WHB.